Hello everyone. Today we'll deal with the one poem, All the World's a Stage. As is 1.4, first unit 1.4 lesson. As this poem is written by William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. Now, William Shakespeare was an English poet, playwright, and actor, widely regarded as the greatest writer in the English language and the world's prominent dramatist. He is often called England's national poet and the bard of Avon. So here he has been very famous for his poet writing. He was a very good writer. He was a very good actor. In England, he was been said as like a national poet and the bard of Avon. Bard of Avon is what you call like a person who is very famous, who is very in numbers of poet. He's been very famous in the poet writing. This poem is taken from his play As You Like It. Here he compares the world to a stage where the drama of human life is enacted. Now this poem which will deal with this, that is, he has taken from one of his play, As You Like It, and here he, in this entire poem, he compares the human life with the help of the, like, world is as a stage. So we'll fast move on with the poem. Yes. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrance. And one man in his time plays many parts. His acts been 7 ages. Yes. Now William Shakespeare is saying that this world, this entire, that whatever life we are getting, that is a stage for us. And we people, men or women, we are obviously we are a player. Player meaning here it has been given as like an actor. We are on the stage, like we are doing one drama, and we people are one player or one actor. They have the exits and the entrance. Exits and entrance here meaning is that as we see any drama or any stage drama, we see some performance comes, some people are going on. So this exits and entry has been there. But here in real life, when we is comparing here, that exits is death and entrance is birth. So here he is saying about that we people in the world, it is in the world is like a stage and we are like an actor. That entry and exits has been there. And one man in his time plays many parts. Yes, that means one man has a different type of characters in a play or in a drama. So here he is saying that particular man has to deal with the 7 ages. So in this entire poem, we'll see that he has been described as being a human being. We have to go through all these 7 stages or 7 ages of the life. So one by one we'll move to poem. At first, the infant mewing and poking in the nurse's arm. Yes, that means the first stage which the man comes up is the infant. Infant meaning is small newborn baby. Yes, mewing and poking in the nurse arm. Yes, mewling and poking here meaning is that is well, like see, poking meaning hasn't given like throwing up or vomiting. So like crying and vomiting, these kinds in the nurse arm. That means nurse arms may be mother's arms. That is too small. That means whatever he want to do, he is being someone's. He wants someone's support to be done up. Yes. Then the winning schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school. Yes. Now the second stage comes up. The second stage comes up of a schoolboy. Then the weaning is what we call as some crying sound. See when the small child, if you people are remembering, when you are about to first time going to the school, definitely we cry a lot. We don't want to go to school. The same stage has been showing up over here. Meaning is one sound of crying with the satchel. Satchel here meaning has been given like a school bag. And shining morning face, creeping like snail. Yes, that means his face is so charmed, so good, like a morning face it is been said. So face was so shining. But here it's talking is about life. But when he was about to go to school, he's creeping like a snail. Creeping like a snail is what very slow in walk. As a snail, if you have known, how it walks so slowly. That means he doesn't want to go to school. He has to stay at home because he has been used to with living with mommy, being with the comfort of the house. So when suddenly mommy asked him to go to school, thus he was been having fear what will be done in the school, he don't know. For that reason he's crying, he don't want to go to school with his bag, and he's like compared with like an snail, unwillingly to go to school. That means he doesn't want to go to school. This is the second stage. And then the lover, sighing like furnace, with a woeful ballad, made to his mistress eyebrow. Yes. The next stage comes up over here. That stage it's set up like an lover. Yes, now lover is what we call a that particular age where it's like a furnace. Furnace is like an that is entire like in fire. That means he writes with a woeful ballad. Woeful ballad here meaning has been given like a sad poem. He write an emotional poem made to his mistress. Mistress is here unmarried girl. Mistress eyebrow. That is this is been showing. This was also one stage coming in everyone's life where we fall in love. We are like so energetic that time. We are very emotional. We are very lovely, and we try to write some poems or songs. We dedicate something. So this is a stage which has been set up. Then a soldier, full of strange oaths and beard like a bard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble's reputation. Yes. Now here comes up the next stage where the man is behaving like a soldier. Yes, see the word soldier hasn't given up over here. That means it was full of stranger. That means here responsibility comes up in person's life. Yes, you cannot make the hand raise because when we are small, when we are infant, when we are school going person, or when we are at the particular age level is that definitely we are dependent on someone. But in our life, the age comes up where we have to be a responsible person. Yes, so that responsible person it is saying that we have to have so many responsibility, and we have to face like a leopard. Pard meaning here is being given like an for the leopard. And this particular age, this stage when comes up, jealous in honor. That means we people are very jealous that time. Jealous in honor is what? Are isko mil gaya, why not I? That's competition comes up in this particular life. Sudden and quick in quarrel. We get irritated, we get aggressive very soon in this particular age, seeking the bubble's reputation. Yes, so this everything comes up in this particular the soldier in that particular age. It was given like a soldier word, but it's not exactly the soldiers it has been given up over here, but showing up like this age stage comes up like in comparing with the soldier. Seeking the bubble's reputation is meaning is what we call a one can do anything to get from particular reputation. वो stage में success पाने के लिए कुछ भी करेगा life में. So this is one also age coming, and whatever we are dealing now, this everything has to go with this. We cannot skip any of this one stage, and we can sorry Baba ye na I don't want to take anyone responsibility. I just skip this stage and I'll move to something. This cannot be done. We have to move with each and every stage. Even in the cannon's mouth, and then the justice in a fair round belly with good cap on line, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instance. So he plays his part. Yes. Now here, even in the cannon's mouth is what is meaning here given up, facing great danger to life. Yes. That is again comparing with the soldier, that one particular stage only. Now then, later on, the next stage comes up. Then the justice in a and then the justice in fair round belly with good cap on line. Yes, this stage comes up where definitely people are least bothered about what they are eating. Good cap on line is with excess fat for careless eating habits. They are not thinking of like they're not having proper diet. They're not eating, seeing that what they are eating up and eating, as you know that junk food definitely will makes belly, and definitely this is one stage comes up where we are least bothered about taking care of our health or about the eating habits. So it's talking about like we get a round belly in this particular age with eyes severe and beard of formal cut. That means we are very formal, we are very settled now, but we have this thing belly now, we have the belly, and this particular age have full of wise saw. Saw is what sayings. This particular age comes up that we are very much now clever, intelligent to take any decision, and modern instead. That means we are very good now. We have got experienced that yes, these are the things which will go in the life. This will be correct things. That is a proper. That means your knowledge comes up by through the experience. This each and every part a man play. Now the sixth age shifts into the lean and slippery zippered pantaloon with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful horse well saved a world too wide for his shrunk shank and his big manly voice. Yes. Now coming back to the sixth stage, sixth age. Now this age when comes up, that is been showing up into the lean and slippery pantaloons. Yes, that means ये अभी age आ गया है अभी totally of the age of like 50 like we able to like 60 के near by अभी आने का हो गया हुआ है 60 we can able to say it up cross the 60 वो एकदम दुबला पतला lean हो गया है that is slippery pantaloon. This is one kind of one dress which is a loose dress what we call up over here. Yes, so like earlier it was been there like baggy pant, very loose pant it used to wear with spectacle on his nose, specs will be there, and the pouch on his side. His youthful horse, well saved to a world too wide. Youthful horse is what we call up here, close fitting covering for legs. That means he has one stockings with him which has to cover his legs for the pain of the leg. So that is also getting too much loose for him. That which he have brought it earlier, so that in my older age I'll use these things. But now what happened as his legs is totally getting weak. So for his shank. Shank is here meaning is what you call a leg. Now he brought that stockings which is not which is so it's getting loose to him because of the thin legs and his big manly voice. So this is again this age comes up a sixth age where he is totally old now. He's sitting at a home and sitting on the couch and nothing, no work, loose pants, slippers, everything he has been wearing up and he's not able to have the earlier kind of stocking which he has been having up. And his big manly voice, which the voice has to be so sharp. And now see what happens. Turning again toward childish treble, pipe, and whistle in his sound. Yes. Now that's manly voice, that strong voice has been changed into the childish treble. Treble here meaning has been given 3 times bigger than. Yes, that means that sound automatically change into some weak sound. They cannot shout, they cannot become too much of a manly voice, so shouting and screaming will not be there. The sound little bit become too much weaker. Last scene of all that ends a strange eventful history. Now this is the last stage. We are seeing about the seventh stage, that is strange eventful history. Is second childishness and mere oblivion, sand teeth, sand eyes, sand taste, sand everything. Yes. When we enter in the last stage of our life, that is the last seventh stage of the life, where entire things change. Here we again comes up in the second childishness. Second childishness meaning is given here a return to the helpless, ignorant state of a child. Yes, the infant as well as this, the last age. The first stage and the last stage we can say that where we are dependent on someone else. Here also when the last stage comes up that we are helpless, we cannot do any work. When we are totally old, that we want someone to help it out. And mere oblivion. Oblivion meaning is here the state of being unaware or unconscious of surrounding and happening. Yes, that means he was that this particular age comes when too old person is being there. He'll not knowing what is going in and around. Sand. Sand is without. Without teeth, without eyes, without taste, without everything. See here. Without eyes means too much low eyesight will be there. Not having proper teeth, not having proper eyesight, not having proper taste to eat anything, and it is like life is without that is everything. It doesn't have anything in the life. This stage comes up. Yes, so this is as written by William Shakespeare. As we have seen the seventh stage of life in a person's life, as it has been clearly set up like all the worlds are stage. Yes, So this is a very good one poem where he's been comparing the life of a people. Yes, and he's saying up. And majorly he's saying that this entire poem we come to know about that he tells us majorly about the cycle of a life, and where we start up our life of stage of an infant, newborn baby, that we're totally helpless, we doesn't understand anything what is going, and same thing end up with the same at the seventh stage. We are helpless, we're not understanding anything what is going in and around. So this is one very good poem which has been written by William Shakespeare. And these lessons, there are n numbers of figure of speech can be seen up over here. So in next sessions we'll deal with the figure of speech of this lesson. Okay, so we'll end up this session over here only. Thank you everyone.